Yo, what's going on, guys? Shakeback back, and today I'm gonna give a little bit of feedback and some ideas from not only myself, but also some of you guys who follow me up on Twitter and some of the community. Because, yeah, there's one game mode that I absolutely love in 2K this year, and that's Triple Threat Online. Triple Threat Solo is literally just, you just play against the computer and grind tokens if that's your type of thing. You can grind and get 3 tokens every, like, what, 24 or 5 minutes? Which is, it's not desirable. That's not what I want to do. I am going for Wilt Chamberlain. Yeah, that's not what I'm looking forward to doing. But I do want to talk about just Triple Threat Online because that's what I've been playing a lot of recently, and I think it's actually pretty good. I think you can make some MT. I think you can't make like a ton like it used to be in the back of the beginning of the game. But I think that we should get some updates to this mode because like there really hasn't been too much added. We did get one little update way back when where they added like lock codes to this. They had those premium packs. So they have made changes and updates to this mode, adding newer things to the board. But I think there still needs to be more. There's more left to be desired. I'm not just saying better boards, you know, stuff like that. I mean, sure, I'd love better boards. I'm sure you would as well. But I think if they could give it to us, they would. So I really don't think they're just holding out on better boards just to make us not play this mode or anything like that. So, yeah, I'm going to give a couple of thoughts, a couple of ideas that I've thought of, and I'm going to even mock up some graphics on the screen that I think would be super fire, man. And the first one is one of my ideas that I love, and I'm going to call it Happy Hour, and I wish we could do something like this because, man, I could guarantee you I would be playing every hour for whatever this happy hour is, whatever it is, because it would be sick. But for the happy hour, I'm thinking they take all those MT spots off the board, get rid of all the 100 MTs, and just fill them with tokens. Even if it's like 1 token on that spot, maybe you sprinkle in some 3s and 5s. Obviously, we already have the 10 token spots, but you don't need to fill the board with 10 token spots. That's a little spam. Then everybody would have Wilt Chamberlain, and it would get a little crazy. But let's see a happy hour where maybe, I don't know, maybe 3 nights of the week, maybe every weeknight, they have, I don't know, from like 6 to 7 p.m., and it's just the token spots all on the bottom are all going to be, you know, just the packs, and then instead of the MT spots, the 100 MTs, you got a token in each one of those. So that would be pretty cool, man, because then you could still get some of the other stuff, and so it's not like the mode is completely different. It just makes it a little bit, changed a little bit. Yeah, again, I think people would accrue some tokens through this, but that's why you limit it to 1 hour, so you can only get too much, and I don't know, I think that would be really fun. People liked the 1 hour MT Megan challenge video that I did, and people have been doing those all year long. It's not my idea or anything like that. A lot of YouTubers have done that, but imagine if everyone can do it now, and everyone's competing to see how many tokens they can squeeze out in an hour every, you know, I don't know, every couple days, something like that, or even just once a week would be, all right, once a week may not be that far. Let me rearrange that, because once a week, at that point, it's like, yeah, I'll hop on, but I'm going to forget about it. It's not, like, enough that, okay, I'm going to grind this out, and I'm going to rack up the tokens. I'm going to try and get myself to Wilt Chamberlain. And that's what I've been doing with this. But, I mean, I've gotten, like, 20 tokens, maybe 30 tokens in, like, 2 days of playing, like, a ton of games. So, I don't know, man. There needs to be more ways to get tokens. I think this would be a good way to intertwine it into the game mode. I think that would be sick. So, that was my idea. And then a lot of other people have commented, you know, some ideas that they could do, and then some ideas that they really can't do. A lot of people have requested leaderboards, but it's so late in the year, I don't think they can even add leaderboards, because it's like, everybody's played hundreds of games, and I don't even know if they keep all that data, like, about how many, you know, games you played all year long. Maybe they do, but I don't know if they could, how much work it would be to add that type of stuff, and that'd be cool, but that's not really something I need, because at the end of the day, leaderboards and stuff like that, unless there's prizes, that doesn't do anything for us. Now, I have said all year long that, like, you shouldn't be penalized for getting to that 5th ball drop and winning. I think there should be some sort of thing where, like, you should be able to keep staying at the 5 ball drop until you lose. Like, I don't understand why when you get all the way up to the best reward, okay, you've won, so now we're gonna bring you down to what should be, you know, the worst reward. But again, it seems like I get better boards on those lower drops than I do at the higher ones. I'm not sure if that's by design, probably is, I don't know, maybe it's just chance and just ends up that way, but you should be able to stay at the 5 ball drop until you lose, or until the servers kick you off and you get screwed. Like, you should be staying up there. That would be a thing that I would like to change, but because they change, you know, the fact that if you drop on a diamond pack, the diamond pack disappears. Okay, so why can't we change this then? I don't know. That one's probably a little bit more unrealistic, because I don't know what type of code that would take. And again, I'm just trying to submit some ideas. Maybe they think it over. Maybe they don't even listen to it. But these are some things that, again, even if they bring this mode back next year, which I hope they do, because I think it's my favorite part of my team this year. Even though sometimes I'm just like, I'm going to take a break from this, not playing for a couple weeks. Other times I'm like, man, I can't get enough of this. I'm up till 3 a.m. playing this mode. Oh boy, 3 a.m. But I love this mode. I really do. So that's another couple ideas. Someone also said that they could add like old player of the months to it. That you're pushing it there. You're pushing. I'm not gonna lie. That would be cool, but you're pushing it. Maybe if you went like 20-0, they could give you one of those older ones. Now that would be cool. Like if you won a certain amount of games, they did something like that, like a high amount. That would be pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. If you won 20 games, you deserve a player of the month. In a row, that's a lot of games. Like just because like you never know what can happen, man. I've seen a lot of BS in this mode, but that would be kind of cool. But I think you're probably pushing it there. I don't think they're gonna just start dropping pink diamonds on this board, which is kind of sad because like at the beginning of the year, I thought they would do something like that. I could have swore they said in that blog they'd add exclusive, players onto the board and packs, and we really haven't seen anything like that. We have seen the premier ones you get from schedule mode. We have seen those, and I think those are good rewards too. I don't see them enough, honestly. I just wish there was some sort of like, I don't know, players that you could get through this mode besides the packs. Like if they did an exclusive triple threat player of the month or something that's on the boards, but it only is on the board maybe when you get to 5 wins, like the 5 ball drops. So maybe you could only see it at that. That would actually give you some incentive, because right now, really not too much incentive to get all the way to the top, because again, you just get kicked back down to the bottom, and I still feel like the bottom ones, while you get less ball drops, you get better rewards generally. I don't know how it works like that, but it does. So I would like to see something like that, man. We need to get some custom players. If you can add 1 card for My Team Unlimited each month, why can't you add 1 more for Triple Threat each month? I mean, it doesn't have to be a pink diamond. Even like an amethyst or a diamond, I'd take, to be honest. Free card. I still think this is the best mode for earning MT2 with like the packs and stuff like that. But it definitely could be improved just a touch with just some small things. Someone requested that the game's point be lowered to 15. I don't agree with that. I think 21 works out really well, especially with they changed it to win by 2 now. I think it's better, and I think it's where it needs to be. A couple other things that someone did suggest, and a few people actually suggested, defensive settings, and I like this one, man. I don't know how hard that is to implement, but I should be able to play tight. I should be able to make sure that this guy's covering this guy. I should be able to change that. I want to be able to change who's at point guard. Like for here, I think it has Draymond Green at point guard, but I'm not sure if I switch and put Giannis at this spot. Is he at point guard? I don't know. So like that's one thing I'd like to see change. You would be able to change it on the fly even. I don't know. That just needs to happen, because sometimes you get mismatches and then the guys won't switch either. Like if you switch players sometimes, it'll still say, hey, I'm supposed to be guarding this guy, and it'll just run back and leave him open. So the defense needs to be worked on a touch for this mode, I think. And we've seen that throughout the year. Like, you've been able to run pick and fades earlier on in the year if guys are off-balling, and it works way too well. And, yeah, guys off-ball way too much, in fact. So, I don't know. Something to combat that would be kind of nice. A little gameplay tweak here and there. It feels like they tweaked ankle breakers recently. I've been getting a ton of ankle breakers. Like, last night I probably got 12 alone. So, I don't know. Maybe they are tweaking some things. This was another thing that someone suggested, and I think this is actually a really cool idea. Instead of having an empty slot on the bottom, maybe one of the things you could add would be an extra couple of ball drops. So, if you land on that spot, maybe you got 2 or 3 more balls to drop. Now, that's fire. Because if you landed on, maybe, I don't know, you landed on one of those with your last ball, then you can get 3 more rewards. That's nice, and it's not like you can just keep aiming for that spot, because, again, it disappears, which they've changed, so maybe they could put, like, an extra ball drop. So, say you only have 1 ball, you land on that, and then, hey, now you've got 3 to work with, and you can kind of get a couple more extra rewards. That would be cool. That's something that I think they could add, too. Just, I don't know, maybe they can't, but I think that one would be really dope to update now. This one sounds a little bit more complicated. It's probably an idea for next year, but kind of like we used to have with the Gauntlet, where you could have, maybe you just pick 1 player, and then the other 2 are random cards that 2K choose from you. Whether this is like a separate mode from Triple Threat, maybe Triple Threat Draft or something, even like, maybe even a drafted mode where it gives you, 5 players and you pick 3, or it gives you 5 packs and you pick, 3 players from it. Like, something like that would be pretty cool. And I'd like to see that, because we really still don't have an official draft. That thing that they tried to do last year was not a draft, and it flopped so badly just because it was so badly formatted. But it would be cool to see something like that, where you could just draft 3 players. Maybe it's just a 3-round draft, and you get like 3 choices each round between some really cool cards. I don't know, or maybe you get, you can choose between 5 cards each round. That'd be cool, just a simple little draft like that. but let me see all the cards and let me pick one. Don't make me, you know, pick between, okay, there's 5 cards all flipped backwards. You get to flip 2 of them and then pick between. No, show me the actual cards. I'd like to see something like that, but that probably ain't happening for this year. Maybe next. I also think it'd be cool to maybe have some, like, tournaments or restrictions every now and then. So, like, maybe on, like, every Sunday they do a different type of tournament. Maybe they do, like, one where you can only use Ruby players. And maybe if you win X amount of games that day, you get a special card. Or even you get some extra MT or a couple packs or a box even. I'm surprised we haven't seen, like, some sort of reward where you get, like, maybe 5 packs, 10 packs. We haven't seen anything like that, and I'd kind of like to. And I'd also like to see them remove the injury cards. This is different. This is more of just a general My Team thing. Get those crap things out of here. I know it's kind of just extra filler because injuries, they never happen. They shouldn't even happen. It's a fantasy mode. So, if I can play with Michael Jordan, who's damn near... He getting old, all right? I was going to say he's rolling his grip, but he's not that old. But he's getting old. If I can play with him at age 24 or whatever, and I can play with, you know, LeBron James at whatever age, like, they shouldn't be getting injured, and they really don't. So, get rid of the injury contracts. Those are just a pain, and honestly, nobody wants those. It ruins the experience a little bit. Kind of like when they had the strikes. That literally was like a negative of the board's last gauntlet was out. So, I don't know. Those are just some quick ideas. I think they could implement some of those. A happy hour would be so dope. Even if it's not just like, I don't know, if they change it so it's not just tokens on the board. Like, you could do a lot of things on the bottom. I don't know. Just try and get creative with them. Try something out. If it don't work, you just take it out of the game. I don't know. But I'd like to see them try some things with this. Because, again, I really thought they would get creative and, you know, kind of give us some events like Park gets. And we really haven't. We've just gotten, hey, randomly, we've added these type of packs. Or, hey, randomly, we've added these type of packs. And those are cool. I like that. I want to see more different things in this. So, yeah, quick video. Not really quick, I guess. I kind of rambled. That's what I do, if you don't know. But those are some ideas, man. And I will do my best to tweet this at 2K. And hopefully someone over there listens. And that would be kind of cool, man, if we got some changes to Triple Threat Online. Again, I'm not sitting here complaining and saying we need better boards because I think it evens out. It's a balance. Sometimes you get really good boards. Sometimes you get really crappy boards. And obviously, if you're not getting the really good boards, you're probably sitting there like, man. But I have gotten some really good boards. I've gotten 30K shoes, 50K shoes, 30K. I have gotten rewards like that. And I know there are guys that play this mode religiously and probably make hundreds of thousands of MT. But, yeah, I just think some little tweaks here and there to make it a little bit more interesting and enticing might make my team a wee bit better. And I think it's pretty good so far. I think this is one of the better years of my team. We've been getting content pretty good, pretty regularly. Again, sometimes they slack on some moments drops and stuff like that, like they're currently doing right now. But it's not the biggest problem. The whole, and like the content cadence, as they say, where you're getting pink diamonds and diamonds earlier on in the, I like it better, man. We're using some pretty cool cards. There's definitely some OP ones, but I don't think it's that bad. I don't think it's too, it's not unplayable. If you touched up the gameplay a little bit, I think this would be a really incredible game. I think it's still pretty decent. Pretty good. It's not the worst My Team experience we've had. I think last year was awful in my opinion, but that's just me. So yeah, that's all I got for y'all. Like, last year, they just, I don't want to talk about last year. Some things just really frustrated me about last year, I'll tell you that much. And 2K17 was the GOAT, and we can't even play 2K17 anymore because they shut down the servers for it. So now this is the GOAT, I guess. I don't really, it's this and 2K18 now. So, that's all. I'm done rambling. Let's get this video a whole bunch of likes and send it over to 2K. If you like any ideas or have more, drop them in the comment section, man. I'm sure if they're going to watch the video, they'll probably scroll and see what the comments say about it, too. So, yeah, that's all I got. More videos will be coming. Peace.